Go live. End stream. We've got. Do we have? Yeah, we've got sound. Sometimes there's people on really quick. I'll be surprised at this time of morning. Give it a few minutes. Most people are probably still, well, most people are at work. Okay, well, we'll start anyway. It doesn't matter that there's nobody there. This should be for people can watch it back. So we got to, so this is part 3 of the Airfix live video build. In the last episode, we primed all these parts. They've been left more than long enough now. They should be fairly durable now. I've never tested the durability of Vallejo to this degree. So let's see. I can't remember when I've done these. I think it might have been Wednesday. Let's put them over there. Of course, there's still going to be little areas, even though these are like here. Let me just bring that down, like here, because obviously I had the clip there. It was the only place really. And mind you, I could have gone in the center there, but not to worry. That's going to be easily covered up. There's our parts. Now then, we need to find out. There's some of these have got to be silver, and some that's got to have a piece took off. So let's just go through and put them in the right order. So we've got. No, I believe it's these two. I'm just looking at them there. Yeah. They are silver. 53 is gunmetal. So that's silver that side. Gunmetal. 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 And then we've got black. Black. They're all black, so they're okay. And this is okay. So we can assemble this bit now. What am I talking about? We've got to paint them. Right, so we airbrushed all this. So this time I'm going to show you how I brush paint Tamiya paints and get a really nice finish with them. So let me get my gunmetal colour. Already have it out. So we're going to use X10. Trust me, it's X10. Bloody camera. It's important with these metallic looking paints to make sure you get really good shake on them. So I'll flip it over. As soon as I've shook it up, I'll flip it over like that. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this. And then I have a little dropper bottle that I've got I have Mr. Hobby self-leveling thinner in. And I add 2 drops to that cap. And then just gives that a little bit of a stir in there. Pop that over there. Right, select the paintbrush I'm going to use, which in this case will be a number 2. It's a Larry number 2. So I haven't cut the little nub off yet because I haven't finished with it, obviously. So I need a little pair of tweezers or a pair of locking tweezers if I have them. So use this one. And then we shall commence painting. Don't want to load the brush up with tons and tons of paint because it's not required. Just a small amount. Apologies if my hands start jerking about. I can't waiting to see the doctor about that. It's just something that happens. Right, I think might have a little bit there when this is all dry, but as you can see, it's gone okay. So we will leave that to dry that bit, and then we'll move on and do these. Should have left these on, really. Right. Again, you don't need a massive amount. Just try and keep to gentle, light strokes. Try not to let the paint pool in the in these little recesses. If you're flooding these recesses out, then you're clearly putting too much paint down. Right. Again, it's got on really well. And the thing is, it's not even so. Most people, the reason they can't paint with Tamiya paint is because it all starts to go sticky and stodgy, and you get a thick skin on it, and it just turns into a bit of a mess. And as you can see, this is still perfectly usable at the moment. There we go. I think we're about there. Let me just pop that one on there. This one's easy because it's just got two. I just need a little clamp to hold it. So now one side glues down. I'm not sure which side it is. At a guess, I'd say it's this back edge. So I am not going to paint the back edge on it. And just round the sides. There we go. Go down there as well. That would be good, except I've just realised that they're meant to be silver. I painted them the wrong colour. Okay, not to worry. And that's so that's how I paint with the Tamiya paints. Without any aggro whatsoever. That's the brush cleaned. Put that to one side as well. And then we can, so that just needs a bit of silver. Putting over the top's no big deal. Right, so while they're finishing off drying, we shall move down to number 4 and start taking these items off the sprue ready.
Sorry to interrupt, but could you open that window, please?
1 second. So let's find the sprue. Right. Now it's telling us we want so 24, what's the lowest number? So we've got 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, so 21, 21 through to 28, I believe. 21 through to 28. So let us start with 21. Why do I think 21 might be a clear piece? Yes, 21 is a clear piece. I'm almost certain of it. So let's get that one. 22 is a... There it is. Incidentally, I'm after, if anyone knows of somewhere in the UK that sells the I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're spelled DSP. DSP AIE, I think it is. DSP. And they're the new type of sprue cutter that have come out that are very, very good by all the reviews. Virtually eliminates cleanup completely. 23 is going to be an... let's see, there it is, 23. Let's come off there. Be careful, some of these parts. So 23 we got, so now we're down 24, which is the 2 footrests. 24 and 25. Hold on a minute, nearly clipped it in the wrong space. I do that a lot with foot rests. Always cutting the bits off at the bottom by mistake. Apologies for the dog. Right, it's 22, and then we've got 23, 24, 25, so we want 26 now. Which is... well, it's got to be that. That is definitely got to be it. Misleading though, where they've positioned it. There we go, and that's the joystick tiller arm or whatever they call it. 26, so then we're at 27, 28. Now they're tiny little pieces. 27, 28. No, not seeing it on that one. It's like a little type of, looks like a bit like a spring on the drawing. Let's have a look at this one. None of these look close, to be honest. So 28. They're in black, so I bet they're crystal then. There's the crystal bits. So there's 21. Crystal's not brilliant on these, but I suppose it will save me some weathering. $21, $21, and then it was 27 and 28. There's 28, there's 27. And that is absolutely the worst looking piece of clear I've seen. That one. And then we've got that one. Working with clear parts is always an idea to have a little dish or a tiny little cap lid like this or something just to pop them in to keep them separate so you don't lose them. Right, and that can go back in. Pop that back in there. Right, we'll probably use a different glue on those. Right, so let's have a look, start cleaning these up a bit. So I did get those that watched the unboxing of the new bits and bobs I got. I did get some of these to try. They're very cheap. I can't remember. It's a couple of quid, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. And they're sanding needles. I've never used any before, but I'm guessing they're perfect for delicate that's the coarsest one, the grey one. So perfect to come along with something that's very delicate like that, where you've got a little bit of like a mold seam there. So I don't know if you can. Let me see if we can do this. So I need to be able to see it on the screen. So it's there, and then you can just sort of go like that. I can't do it looking up that, so if I just quickly do this just to see whether it works first. Yes, it works. So you can either do it the traditional way that you would always use a sanding thing and go, you know, and go like that or like that. But where it can help, where sanding sticks can't, is the horrible little seam line you've got in here, in this yoke or whatever it's called, and this time I can do that. Couldn't do that before. And I can see perfect. So now we can get inside all those small diameter holes, even right up to the right up into that corner there. And you go right up into that corner and just keep going round until it disappears. Perfect. So highly rate these. I did announce the price yesterday. I can tell you the link is in the description for my model kits for less, which is where I got it. And you go on there, and it's a hobby shop run by Mike Jolly, and he's a great guy. Don't believe everything you hear about him. There we go, and then round on this. And on this corner here, there's quite a nasty bit of flash on there. It's just, is it going to show up? Let's try and get him really close. Sometimes getting him really close helps the best. Turn the light down. No, let's come. You can see the edge of it on the top there, going around that curve. These are the little things that are going to make all the difference to the finished model. Of course, we've still got our other method available to us, which is to very gently scrape the seam away with a knife. It's good to have all our options, like. This is a good kit for practicing cleanup techniques, because a lot of these parts do have quite bad flash and got to be careful because the moulding's okay on the front. It's the back slightly skew with. And just screw it out of the way. And again, round the yoke there's a couple of steps which don't look very pleasant. Just try and apologies if I'm not giving enough audible instruction, but it's just trying to concentrate on this. The minute I stop concentrating on it is going to be when I bugger it up. Yeah, it's slightly off center, so it's a very poorly molded piece. But it is what it is, and apart from getting the virtually every piece, again, this needs some cleanup. So we'll go back to another product that came. We're going to give a go. And Dave Price first sent me some of these, slightly smaller though, thinner. These are a thicker version, and they're from Albion Alloys. And I believe was there a price on these? No, I think these were about £5 for the pack. And you've got a fine one on one side and a very fine one on the other. So these are really finishing up. Yeah, they're very fine, very nice. So they're actually probably too fine for this stage. Yeah, they're probably too fine for this stage. In there. And there. And then 2 on the bottom. This is where I look at the drawing and find out that it wasn't flash. It was actually meant to be there. These are not essential, really. I mean, you don't have to get these as clean as I am, because they're footrests, and nobody's going to see down in the cockpit at that level. But as it's a video build, and I've got to at least build it somewhere near the best of my ability. Right, so that was done, that one was done. Right. This one. Oh, it's my hands one again. You see these lines on these very delicate pieces, try and support them in any way possible. There we go. I think this is going to be quite a long series because I don't build very fast, unfortunately. But I'll do what I can. Right. So look, we had a couple of bits on this section, didn't we, that needed to be 11, which was, as I recall, silver. So this whole bottom section is silver. Right. I'll put them on then. So first of all, That doesn't. And this one. Right. Not very well sized either, so the which is poor, but we can get them somewhere roughly where they need to be. All right. And then we've got this little piece here. Oh, it's got some horrible EPMs on it. For those that don't know, EPM stands for ejector pin marks. And it's just where little rod or pusher comes over and just pushes the hot plastic out of the mold that it's in the CNC machine. It's what they're in mostly now. Yeah, please. And it leaves a little indentation or a big indentation, and depending on where it is, it can wreak absolute havoc or create absolute joy. Never met one that's created absolute joy, actually. Scratch that, that's a load of rubbish. My mouth appears to be making stuff up just for the sake of it now. So, some of these pieces aren't even straight. They look straight from the top, but they're badly warped. You can see there, if you flip it over, you can see this little end piece here is badly warped in there. You can see it's got a twist to it. So, and there's them 4 little marks that I was just on about. Come on. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fortunately, this piece, I believe, goes in upside down. So I don't have to worry about that. That's okay for now. So them two, that's going to be our silver set there. Now we forgot to get, we've got 21, got 22, got 23, got 24 and 25. I did not get 26, 27, 28. 27, 28, did I? I didn't find him, I don't think. Oh yeah, they were the clear pieces. But I'm missing this big one. There's no actual... There's no number for this piece here. So unless I'm so tired I'm not seeing it. Just looking at this, I think it's got to be that one. Yeah, it's got to be that one. And that one is 29. Where's 29? 28. I don't see a 29. So yeah, that's their cock up there. As far as I can tell, they've not put a number on that at all. I may be mistaken. Just trying to see where that. But no, I do not see it at all. So that is going to go in that way, like that. And just that sit all the way down. I've got to be careful here because there's a little. Is that supposed to poke through the bottom? Is it supposed to sit all the way flat? Or is it just supposed to go on like that? You know what? I don't know. So what I normally do is go forward and try and find another picture of it from that point of view. I don't think I'm going to have the chance though. The problem is if I get just one piece out wrong, if I get just one piece wrong, then everything else is going to be out. So there's a lot of flash in there. I've got to assume that so I've got to have to remove this flash at least then to get a better idea of what the fit is like. So again, it's twisted a little bit. Am I going to be eating humble pie? I know the there we go. It's like these sanders. Yeah, that's coming in much better now. Just trying to sand out that right, and then I'll just tidy this. Got a couple of ejector marks there. I'm not going to get rid of them because they're too deep, and I'm not going to mess about. They're not going to see them. Right, let's have another look now and see what that fit looks like again. Make sure I've got this on the right way around, so it's that way, and with the bigger block towards the front. Thanks. Just come across. Let me just I don't see. Yeah, I don't see this protruding out of the top in the other drawing, so I think I'm going to have to assume that that is not meant to pop through there. Right, so we've got that right. Happy enough to glue that in. We can just drop a bit in there, it'll soften the glue up, the plastic, and it may just just come over. Plastic starts misbehaving once you've added TET to it, so I want to get it in position as quick as possible. I tend to keep playing around with them when I shouldn't. Sort of look at it and think, oh, I could tweak it that way just a little bit, or that way, and then things start falling off. So oh, we've got some chat. Sorry guys, I didn't see, and girls, I see Joanna's in. Yeah, you and me both, Joanna, both not sleeping very well. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Right. I can't put this on yet because that's got to be sprayed separately. And this is going to sit on that's 78, so not exactly sure what colour that is, but it probably needs specialist handling really. And that is going to sit in there. probably, I should have fitted that what I had the piece of. I think that's just going to be a poor fit as well. Again, flip over to try and see a section, and it looks as though it may go all the way in. So let's just give that a trim. Sorry, off screen again. And we want we want that on that way. That's it. Okay. Aha. Again, I don't know how far to go down on that. It's quite tall there. I would think it has to be a lot lower. But looking at that on this side, it is quite high. Now, if I go down even further, and I'll try and that is about right. So I'm not going to glue that one in just yet, because that's got to be painted. That's got to be painted and added onto there, and we've got a couple of clear parts to go. So daughter's coming from work for dinner, so I'm going to leave it there for now, and hopefully once we've got through the cockpit and these small fiddly areas, we'll start to make a lot more progress when it comes to the bigger stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you next time. Until then, goodbye.